And I'm just so excited to be here with my coach tonight, Dana Menardez. And the coolest thing is, like, I love how the people that I work with, we just collaborate. You know, that's my middle name, is collaboration. And Dana came in and did, you know, CIJ, the Clarity Catalyst, and we just like fell in love with each other. We were like love at first friend. And I was teaching her all about, you know, my world. She started inviting me in her world. And, you know, the one place that I've always struggled with is with my health. You know, I love my work so passionately that I could just sit on a laptop all day long and grind. And that's not really great for my body. And when I met Dana and I just saw, you know, that she was a mother of 6, that she was just in the best condition of her entire life. And I said, well, who are you? You know, like, what are you doing? Who are you? And she was just like, you know, I've been a health coach and a personal trainer for 20 years, and just shared with me her amazing story and shared with me just the way that she works with women that is so different from anything that I had ever done, and invited me into a world that now has become my life. It is my lifestyle. And by working with Dana, it's just been fun. It's been joyful, and it's been eye-opening on ways that I can biohack and release weight and in a way that works for me and my life. And I don't feel like I'm deprived. So, of course, when I meet my mentors, I want to bring them to my tribe and invite all the people that I'm loving playing with to invite their people. So tonight we have a culmination of my community, Dana's community. We've had these incredible health coaches, mindset coaches that we've brought in that have gone through the pilot of our program, and everybody is just seeing extraordinary results, and it's just effortless. So tonight is all about that. And without further ado, I want to introduce my health coach, Dana Menardez, and let her share with you all that she's been sharing with me. So take it away, Dana. Oh, unmute yourself, sweetheart.
Mute. I'm like, wait a minute, probably should unmute. So really quick, Dannon has made a great recommendation to make sure everyone has set their chat to view all hosts and panelists so they can see everyone's responses, because there's an option where it could just be host. So we want host and panelists so you can see everything.
It's a blue button, guys. It says panelists, and it also says attendees. So click that. So you click on panelists, attendees. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, thanks, Dannon, for that. And thank you, Jennifer. So it is such an honor and a privilege to be able to, as Jennifer said, collaborate. And that was my heart. As she mentioned, I've been a health coach for 20 years. I've been a personal trainer. I've taught everything under the sun. I've certified in everything under the sun, except yoga, though I do love hot yoga. And I just believe that if I'm going to teach somebody something, I have to go through it myself. I have to know exactly what you're going through. And I'm very science-based as well. I love things that are based on science because science and numbers don't lie. So when I started in my journey 20 years ago, it just naturally evolved into coaching. And so then I help people by coaching them through their journeys as well. I have 6 children. I have a 29-year-old, a 19-year-old. My girls are in the middle, 18 and 14. And then I have an 11 and a 10-year-old. And yes, they're all mine. I did birth them all.
You're my hero. And she's like on it, man. She gets everything done.
Well, you know, it's so funny when people say, did you have them all? I'm like, well, yes, I did. They're not a combination of here and there. It's all mine. And I do believe that busy women do get things done. We accomplish more. I think sometimes when we don't have clarity and we don't have direction, we can not be as effective with the time that we have. And so I've always learned to be incredibly effective with the time that I've had through being a coach And when I met Jennifer, I was in a season of my life where I had actually set my coaching down for several years. There was a good, I would say 8-year period after I had my last son that I just set that down, and I went into a phase of just being present with my children and my family. And we had a different season. My husband, we retired, and we just spent 8 years traveling with our family and being present parents together. We did it a little bit different. Most people retire and then have a life. Well, we chose to have a life with our kids. And so 2 years ago, I picked back up my coaching practice. And along that journey, I was introduced to Jennifer Grace. And she does have an incredible program, which again is based on science. So it really grabbed my attention. And then science and numbers don't lie. I saw a way to blend everything that I do with the fitness arena, with the mindset piece. And then we collaborated, which is my word. I love collaboration, connection, community, and then creation, because we're all designed to create. We're all meant to be creators. So when we put this course together, it was biohacking, because biohacking our health, what is that? So biohacking is essentially the practice of changing our chemistry and our physiology through science and self-experimentation to energize and enhance the body. And we have the control in order to do that. It's not external circumstances that create that change. We actually have the power to do it. We're designed to do that. So those who biohack follow these key principles. The first is seeking methods of self-optimization, constant development of self, of seeking methods and ways to optimize your relationships, your life, your experiences, your health, everything. And then the second part is using experimentation while tracking results to discover how to boost your individual abilities. I've always said you got to step out to find out, right? And being able to be wildly curious and trying something and experimenting, but tracking your results. Was it effective? What was working? What didn't work? What would I do differently next time? And then the third is we're going to shape the body and the mind to perform at the highest level possible. And that's the mindset piece, which again is backed and based on science in what we teach, so that way you can create lasting change in what you do. So knowledge is just knowledge. You hear a lot of information. There's like white noise out there all the time. And in this day and age of social media, we're getting so many bits of information. We actually get 2 million bits of information every second. And then your mind can only grab and hold on to about 126 bits. Whether it's my earrings, maybe some of you caught my earrings, maybe some of you didn't. Like there's so many things, so many little bits that you're going to catch. The rest kind of goes back and gets stored in your subconscious mind. So your conscious mind just grabs those 126 bits. The applied knowledge, that's power. Because knowledge, when you don't use it, it doesn't serve you. Applied knowledge is power. And that goes back to those 3 key elements of what people who biohack do. So with around your health, there's a couple of statistics that I want to share with you. 72% of Americans gained weight due to the lack of exercise in 2020. That means that could possibly be one of you on here. And if that was you and you want to raise your hand, you can say, hello, you just located me. I'm in the audience and I'm one of that. I am that percentage. And then the other one is 28% increase since 2008 of adults that are obese. 42% of adults over the age of 20 are obese. So that to me is a significant pandemic. So a key for your future, and this is something I live by, this is my mantra. The greatest gift you can give the world and your family is a healthy you, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. We need to be healthy in every area of our life. And sometimes we do let certain areas go, like Jennifer mentioned. She's incredible at what she does, but she realized she had let an element of her health go. So how do we get there? How do we create, and by the way, we don't create balance. Balance for me is unattainable. I don't believe in balance. I don't believe teaching balance. I believe it sets people up for failure because everybody's life is different. And it's awareness that brings about, if you will, balance. It's awareness about the choices that you make and what's a priority. Because sometimes in your life, things are going to be a priority and you're going to go ahead and say, this right now is going to take and probably not be as important in what I'm doing right now. And that's okay as long as you have awareness around it. It doesn't mean you're going to ignore it. It means it might not have as much precedence in your daily life for a season, not for a lifetime. So how we get there is by providing innovative tools, by giving you resources, by providing education and services that are exclusive to us, things that we've designed that are exclusive to our programming, our programs. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to share some biohacks with you. Some of these are probably not going to be big ahas, but I'm believing through the course of what I share with you, you are going to have an aha moment, whether something's going to resonate for you. It's going to give you either in your spirit, you're going to say, oh yes, that's for me. Or you know what? I knew that and I forgot. Or I used to do that and I have fallen out of it. So the first biohack strategy is fasting. Fasting is something that is essential for us to do, but not everybody does it. And there's a lot of different fasts that are out there. You can do a water fast, juice fast. People sometimes will do like a green fast, just juicing. There's intermittent fasting, and that's pretty popular lately, where people will do a fasting where they'll go and do a 14-hour window, a 16-hour window of not eating, not taking their body out of a fasted state. And by the way, fasting is just going for a prolonged period of time without food. You can do water, coffee, tea. That doesn't break a fast. Partial fasting, that might be where you cut certain things, an elimination, so to speak. It can be sugar. I would highly recommend everybody do a sugar fast. Calorie restriction, that's another one where you might take it, only have 25% of your calories over a certain amount of time. Now, I'm not a fan of calorie restriction. And I'm also, I'm not necessarily going to endorse somebody going and just cutting calories. I believe there's a safe and a way to teach it. And that's really what we do. And then what I like to train and teach people. And you might say, well, why, Dana? Why wouldn't you do that? Well, I get all fanatical about this stuff. So I got to be careful. I get a little fired up about this. So the health benefits of fasting, so many. Sometimes people think of fasting and think, oh my gosh, I couldn't go without eating. Well, actually, your body needs you to. When your body is not eating, your body actually goes into a state of rest. And your body can go into so many benefits from that rest. Your digestion isn't kicking in, which means you're not going through oxidative stress. When you eat, your body has to break down the food and it has to decide and assimilate, what am I doing with you? Am I going to utilize you as fuel for burning? Or do I not know what this is and I'm just going to eliminate you? And it goes and it causes your body to go through oxidative stress. So when you go through a fast, your body is resting, promotes blood sugar control, promotes better health by fighting inflammation. Fasting is phenomenal for reducing inflammation in all of your organs and in your body. It literally gives your body a rest. It boosts your brain function. It assists in weight loss. It boosts metabolism. It increases your growth hormone, which, by the way, growth hormone is essential. And the only way that it is produced after the age of about 40 is if your pituitary gland is stimulated. And with growth hormone not being naturally produced through your pituitary gland, people will try and go and get it through synthetics. And that's not healthy or safe for your body. So that through a fast, you're actually naturally stimulating your growth hormone, and you can actually increase your growth hormone production by 500%, which helps your hormones, your muscle. It actually can build muscle. It protects you, helps with brain health. And yeah, it's one of the best things that you can do for your body is making sure that your growth hormone is getting kicked in. And then it's anti-aging and extended longevity. It's anti-aging in your organs as well. So biohack strategy number 2, I've got a little quote here for you on this one. So if you're not speaking it, you're storing it. And that gets heavy. I want you to think about that. Are there things in your life that you're not speaking and you're storing? That gets heavy. That can actually increase weight as well. So our biohack strategy number 2 is diet. When I was a little girl, Garfield was my, I don't know, he was everything. I still have Garfield slippers from when I was in elementary school, and they still fit me. And my son Casey, who is 11, likes to wear them. They're the best slippers ever. But Garfield, on a poster, because he liked lasagna, had diet is die with a T. And I thought, yeah, who wants to diet? So I don't believe in diets. I don't teach diets. Diet, for most people, they think of restriction. And the truth is, diet is lifestyle. Diet is how you choose to consume and eat your food. 95% of people want to improve their well-being. But the truth is, there's confusion. We don't know where to go. We don't know what to do. Don't know what to eat. Don't know what diet to follow. What's working for you isn't working for me. So then we start to question our ability. Do I even not, what's going on with me? Why can't I lose weight? Why can't I be healthy? And that actually is not self-serving, it's self-defeating. And so by going and providing information is designed to empower you. So what I know is, based on these statistics, 95% of you want to improve your well-being. I believe 100% of you do, because you're here. 84% of people wish to improve their physical fitness. If that's you, in what area? Do you want to have more endurance? Do you want to have more cardiovascular output? Do you want to be able to run after your children and be able to keep up? I'm going to be the grandma that my grandkids can't catch me. I absolutely already know that. Like, my why is so clear about my vision for my future with my family. My children didn't ask me to have 6 kids, but I guarantee you they would like their mom to be around for a really long time and to be a present grandma with their grandchildren. I want to be actively engaged with my family. 71% of people want to improve their appearance. If that's you, in what way? Is it that you would like to reduce the inflammation in your body? Is it that the belly bloat, you like it gone? Would you like to have no longer your butt and your thigh become one where it's a Blythe? I don't know what that could be for you. I know that was one of them for me. I do want to have my appearance look good. Growth hormone is one of the ways that your appearance gets improved when you stimulate it naturally. And then the other statistics are on there. And the truth is, we all are a statistic in one of these categories at some point in our life. And we might fluctuate between a few of those. But what I do believe is, all of you want to improve your well-being, and you just need a little direction. You need to know exactly how to get there. Number one thing that I teach my clients about dieting is watching the foods that you eat that cause inflammation. Because what most people don't know is that inflammation causes weight gain. Or you could say that when you are inflamed, your body will not release weight. There's a phenomenal quote and statistic, actually, by the American Diabetes Association. We can predict future weight gain by measuring inflammation levels. And think about that for a second. Inflammation precedes weight gain. Breathing oxygen, your body gets inflamed. We are in constant battle with our body fighting inflammation just in our daily lifestyle. And so one of the best tips I can give you with your diet, with your lifestyle of how you choose to eat, is to invest heavily in creating your future self with anti-inflammatory food choices. That payoff will never leave you in a deficit. So when you're eating an anti-inflammatory diet, you're going to improve your gut health. You're going to actually notice a difference in your joints, in your movement, in your knees, in your ankles, in your elbows, in your fingers. You're going to reduce inflammation. Inflammation is a precursor to disease. Inflammation is the precursor to pain. So then you're optimizing your nutrition when you're in a anti-inflammatory state. You can clear brain fog. And if your gut health, by the way, is in check, so is your brain health, because your gut your gut biome, that is your second brain. You also reducing the risk of heart disease. You're reducing blood pressure. And as I mentioned, you're soothing your joints. Also, what you might not know is for every 1 pound of weight that your body carries that is over your weight that your body ideally should be carrying, it's a 4-pound load in your knees. Last year, I went through on a health journey myself where I was unable to lose weight. And I thought, I'm a health coach. I know what the heck to do. But guys, I plateaued. I was stuck and I was struggling to lose weight. And I felt it in my knees. I couldn't run because my knees hurt. And I had 20 pounds to lose. And you take 20 times 4, that was 80 pounds of load in my knees. So yeah, when I ran, it hurt. So through the course of going and putting myself through my own program, I lost 27 pounds last year and 10% in body fat. And it's a journey. There is no cookie cutter mold for what is going to work exactly for everyone. But what I know is when you implement these biohacks, you are going to see a changed result in your health. Biohack strategy number 3. Can you guess it? This one I have taught since the beginning of my career. I am fanatical about interval training. Interval training 20 years ago was not a thing. I think we might have been wearing Jane Fonda leg warmers back then. I don't know. But what I do know is when I understood the science around interval training and you burn 9 times the amount of fat, it lit me up. It meant I could be more effective and efficient in training my clients and myself. So research has found that HIIT burns 25 to 30% more calories than any other form of exercise. High intensity training forces your body to work harder to build the stores of oxygen back up. And what that has shown is that you will continue to build oxygen stores for 16 to 24 hours. So what that means is you get the afterburn. You're going to continue to burn for 16 to 24 hours after you cease exercise. So I would say that's pretty darn efficient. So 10 minutes of HIIT is the equivalent as the traditional endurance training of 50 minutes. Everybody can find 10 minutes in a day where we can do a HIIT workout. And that's another thing I teach my clients. They say, gosh, I'm so busy, Dana, I don't have time. Well, the truth is we all have the same amount of time, but it's what we value. You'll spend time on what you value. And unfortunately, it's not until we get the call from the doctor that there is a concern or a health concern that we'll make ourselves a priority or we'll make a shift or a change. Being proactive and taking the time to make the shift now is going to be the best benefit you can do for your body and your life and your family and your loved ones. There's a quote that says, be the change that you want to see in the world. Do you ever get inspired by somebody and think, oh my gosh, if I only? Well, guys, you are the if only. It's you. HIIT also improves cardiovascular health. You're going to go longer. You're going to have more endurance. You're going to go on a hike and not be winded. It's also anti-aging. What it does is it activates and increases your telomeres, which is the anti-aging enzyme in the body. And you're also going to get firmer skin. You're going to have fewer wrinkles. You're going to have improved muscle tone. It also provides blood sugar balance. And if you remember on the slide previously, when I was sharing about what fasting does, it also, fasting stabilizes blood sugars. So with blood sugar balance, you actually, that's the number one way to lose weight and maintain weight management is through blood sugar stabilization. So doing a HIIT workout is going to improve your insulin resistance more than just continuous exercise, which would be like on an elliptical or on a treadmill or walking. Okay. If you're walking, that's great, but you're not going to balance your blood sugars or probably get yourself into a heart rate to where you're burning fat. Lose weight, not muscle, is also what you get with HIIT, which is significant because a lot of times people will exercise and they're feeling like they're losing their muscle. With HIIT, you're not losing muscle. It actually supports your body in building lean muscle mass. And if you're wanting to lose weight, it is the most effective way to get lean muscle mass built in your body, while also, as you're losing weight, getting that elasticity back in your skin while you're releasing weight. One makes sense. So biohack strategy number 4. You have to biohack your function, which is with supplementation. So supplementation assists you in what it is that you're doing, because your body is not going to optimally get everything it needs from food sources. I've had 6 children, and with one of my children, I actually had a situation where I was battling a little bit with my health, and it was with my daughter Janae, and I was concerned that she wasn't going to get the nutrients she needed. And my midwife, she said, "Oh, your baby's fine. Whatever your baby is needing, if you're not getting it in your food, then she's going to go ahead and take it out of your body," which would have been out of my bones, all the minerals, all the nutrients she needed. She still would have survived. Your body is designed, your body's a machine, by the way, guys. Your body is designed to create and to sustain. So with supplementation, if your body isn't getting it in the foods that you're eating, your body will still self-sustain. But that can come at the expense of your body breaking down because your body is self-sustaining. So one of the quotes here by Thomas Edison, I just fell in love with. It says, "The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will instruct his patients in the care of human frame, in diet, and the cause and prevention of disease." So in our world, we don't get all the vitamins and the minerals we need to keep us at our peak performance. And the key to that is having a bioavailable supplements, because if things aren't bioavailable, your body has to work harder to break them down, to utilize it for your performance, detoxify your systems, and to get the energy your body needs. So Jennifer was speaking in the beginning about some of the products that I recommended. The thing that grabbed me about products that I do look for is bioavailability. So when you consume things, your body has to go through digestion. And through digestion, your body then is like, okay, what of what I just consumed am I going to utilize? And the rest gets wasted. Actually, 3% of supplementation gets passed. Only 3% of supplementation gets utilized in the body, and 97% of it gets passed. That's the average. Maybe upward of 10% of supplementation gets utilized in the body, which is why, if you think about it, when you hear somebody say, "I can take up to 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C," why can you take such a high threshold of vitamin C? Well, you're only getting 3% of that. And that's what your body is utilizing, and the rest of it is getting passed through. So 21% are getting a daily recommended allowance of fruits and vegetables. So you're depleted right out of the get-go because our soils are over-farmed. We're not getting the nutrients in our foods. And to get the daily recommended allowance of fruits and vegetables, you would need to have 6 to 8 servings a day just to hit your RDA. So with the reset that I have been taking clients through, there's 4 products that I utilize to optimize the body. The first is called Hydrate, which balances the electrolytes and our internal functions. Blood sugar stabilization support, which again, if you've got blood sugar stabilization, you're going to release weight. Nutrients delivered to your cells, and nootropics, mood and energy, which if you don't have mental health, again, you're not optimally being healthy in the body. All of the products that I'm going to share with you real quick are scientifically proven to have immediate absorption on the cellular level. The products are recognized in the body as water, and they are a water technology. Most of the products are in a tincture, and they are water. So the first product is named keto, though it is not a ketogenic lifestyle. I want to clarify that. It's getting renamed to balance, because what this product does with Genema, berberine, and catastatin is it balances blood sugars. In a nutshell, what this product does is within an hour to 2 after taking it, it literally will not allow insulin to spike, and it will utilize your fat as your fuel source. When you're utilizing your fat as your fuel source, your body is in what is called ketosis. Your muscle is protected and your fat is your energy. So it's basically eating your fat. That is how you're sustaining. And it gives you those balanced, healthy blood sugars. There's a product out there called a tool, if you will, called a Keto Mojo. Maybe some of you have heard of the Keto Mojo. Keto Mojo is basically it's something where you can test your blood, and you prick your finger and you can test your blood. So Dana doesn't follow a ketogenic lifestyle. I'm a juicer, I'm a pescatarian, and I'm mostly vegetarian. So I thought, well, how is this going to work for me? Because I eat carbs a lot. So I tested it, and I went ahead and I utilized the keto. A scoop of the keto is how you're supposed to take it after your first meal or when you break your fast. And then within 10 minutes, I did my finger prick, and sure enough, I was in ketosis. I was shocked. An hour later, I was still in ketosis. For 17 hours, this product will keep your body in ketosis. If you do slip out or tip out or whatever and utilize more carbs than what maybe someone who does a ketogenic lifestyle, it's irrelevant. The science shows that it keeps your body in ketosis, which means you're utilizing your fat as your fuel source. The second product is called Hydrate. And Hydrate has resveratrol, CoQ10. So CoQ10 is heart health. Resveratrol is fantastic for stabilizing blood pressure, as well as antioxidants. It helps keep the body running optimally. Like I just say, it keeps your plumbing running very efficiently. But it also balances your electrolytes so that you're getting the magnesium and the potassium and the iron and the calcium that are through minerals. Remember, we're not getting the vitamins and the minerals through our food sources. And so by including this, you're getting optimal minerals in your body. So that way, when you're going through different stressors throughout the day, life, work, just whatever is going on in your world, when your body goes into stress, it needs to pull on the reserves to give it the fuel that it needs, whether it's a mental fuel or the capacity to do whatever you need to do. If you're depleted in that area, guys, your cells are going to ask you to feed them. Feed me. So what do you go for when it's asking you to feed it? Usually you're going for the macros, which are the fats, the proteins, the carbs, the quick pick-me-up, the something fast and easy, but that actually is empty calories so that you feel that you're getting energy, but then your cells are still depleted. What I want you to know is when your cells are fed, you're not going to trigger those responses because your body is naturally utilizing the reserves that it has so that you don't dip up and down and have that yo-yo. The next one is really, these are all for the mental, physical, and emotional side. So we have a product called Limitless. Limitless is specifically designed for brain health. It is a BDNF, which is a brain-derived nootropic factor. And this biotech is all protein and peptides. And proteins and peptides turn things on and off in the body. So if the body is not naturally turning something on that should, this comes in and naturally supports it in happening. So with the brain supplement, the Limitless, this one helps you with memory, concentration, focus, motivation. It also has a natural appetite suppressant in it. I did not really understand all of what these products were going to do, and I don't believe in coincidence. I was introduced to these products, and I really wasn't interested in them at the time. And I got a box in the mail, and I put it away. I literally put the box in the pantry. 3 months later, somebody else reached out to me through a post I made on Facebook about my mom's health concern. And she gave me just one fast sentence that got my attention. And I had a conversation with the biotech owner. And that was the first product I tried. I went back to my pantry and I pulled the box out and I thought there's no such thing as coincidence. 3 months later, this got brought back around to me. I'm going to pay attention. I noticed day one that I had motivation. My energy was back. And I've been struggling with that. Remember, guys, when I said I was like struggling to lose the weight? I was struggling with my motivation as well. If my boys didn't want to go to the bus stop in the morning, I was like, meh, sounds good to me. That means I didn't have to get out of bed. I am a high energy person, but I hit a wall a year and a half ago and I wasn't wanting to get out of bed. And that's just not like Dana. That's not a Dana way to be. And it completely gave me my brain back. Even my husband noticed. He's like, hey, hi, there you are. And I'm like, yeah, man, I was like, whoa, I don't know what happened there for a hot second. The other thing is that I lost weight. My body naturally started releasing weight because of what the protein and peptides in there, my body was releasing. And then the fourth product is a micronutrient plus collagen. It also has an alpha GPC, which is for cognitive function. So you're getting some brain health in there too. But again, ingredients that are immediately conjugated or turned into water so that when you take them in a water tincture, your body recognizes it as water and water goes where water flows in the body. So you're not having to digest anything. You're getting immediate absorption on the cellular level and you're triggering all the collagen production in the body. So that means that you're not feeling maybe crunchiness in your shoulder. I say my shoulder because I played volleyball. And after years of playing volleyball, I crunch. And after a month of taking this, it's almost like the synovial fluid got built back up in there and there was no more crunch. So being able to have mobility, being pain-free, all of that takes a toll on the body when you're wanting to release weight or have health and be optimal in mental health too. Not being mobile takes a toll mentally on us as well. And so bringing, I would say, that holistic approach into your health and wellness, supplementation is not a luxury. It's a necessity. I guarantee every one of you has supplements. If you were to go open a cupboard that you've bought and they're probably half full or you've started them and haven't continued to take them, it's like, why do we start and not follow through? Well, the other thing that I have found is there's confusion around it. Is this really doing anything for me? Well, as I mentioned earlier, no, 97% of what you take gets flushed down the toilet. So being able to give yourself something where you feel your supplementation and you're supported along your journey. So when we talked about doing this reset, it was not designed for weight loss. It was designed for health. But part of health is having a healthy weight. But it's designed for metabolism support, autophagy. So in this reset, we do a 60-hour reset, and it is a metabolic cleanse. So what you're getting through the autophagy is you're getting cell regeneration support. It will take and literally recycle out all the dead, folded proteins and cells in your body that do not naturally flush out unless you're in a fasted state. Then it goes into overdrive and you're optimally having your body take out the garbage, take out all the old dead cells so that your body then builds new. And the metabolic support, getting the new fresh cells in there, brings life. The anti-aging boosts the immune system, reduces inflammation. You're balancing your sugar levels. You're actually balancing your hormones. You're improving your brain health. You're rebuilding your brain. And then you're getting digestion support because you're giving your gut a break, a necessary break. And by the way, if you go 72 hours on a metabolic cleanse with us, you have completely rebuilt your immune system. Again, this is based on science. So what we're offering is much more effective with this, I would say, suite of 4 products, along with everything else that we bring into the program, than fasting. If you truly utilize this system, the body does not have glucose to convert to stored fat in the body. I mean, literally think of that. You can, from this point forward, utilize your body to never store fat again, ever. You'll always be utilizing fat as your fuel source. And no one has this. It's exclusive to us. So a few of our coaches went through this, and I appreciate that because there is no cookie cutter mold for someone's experience, but the science is the same. So every single person experiences and will achieve these benefits. Kimberly did not have weight to lose. She's like, I don't have weight to lose. I'm like, yeah, I don't either. But what I do have is the benefits of everything else that I get. The mental clarity, the focus, sleeping better, literally going through it and then being a clean vessel and knowing, making better choices because your body is craving better food. Amy Jo has fasted before, but she was like, holy heck, in 60 hours, she lost 7 pounds, 6.5 inches overall, and she felt amazing. How often should you do a metabolic cleanse? Everybody's going to be different in their choice. I do mine every 2 weeks. I'm actually on one right now. And I can tell my growth hormone is kicked in because my cheeks are fiery red. It's amazing. I'm on my 5th reset metabolic cleanse. You will feel your body go through the phases of basically self-healing. Dannon, she released 7 pounds. And again, her experience, what she went through, but her brain felt amazing. Like you feel euphoric. It's crazy to say it, but guys, you will feel euphoric. And then Christina, she's got a really incredible testimonial. All of these ladies do, but I wanted Christina to share her experience. Christina, are you still on with us by chance where you could unmute and share your experience?
I am. Hi. Do you want me to turn video on or off?
Let's turn your video on. We want to see your lovely face, if that's okay.
That would be lovely. I am unable to though. It says you cannot start. You have to give me permissions.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do that. But how about go ahead and share and we'll figure it out.
Well, in the meantime, I'll just go ahead and get started. So these are my pictures, and I have to say I shared these pictures today with some people who are curious. And I said, I have to be honest. I said, if these were not my pictures, I wouldn't believe the pictures. I'd say someone's pushing out their tummy or they're standing a certain way. And I said, it's me, and you know me, like this is me. And they're like, okay, so this is now after 25 days. I said, no, this isn't 60 hours, 61 hours to be exact. So these are my photos from 60 hours. And in 60 hours, I lost almost 8 pounds and 5 inches just around my belly. And you can see the bloating that I had and how it came down. That being said, in my first 60 hours, what I noticed and is still present today as I'm on day 24 today, not day 24 of fasting, but day 24 of lifestyle, is my energy is absolutely amazing, like you said. And with Limitless, I noticed day 1 and I thought, okay, maybe it's because I took it today. But it's been the same every day since. So between 3 and 5, I usually feel, kind of lethargic. I'm just going to sit down now and have a coffee and, let the kids run around. Because like you, I'm a mom of 4, not 6, but 4. And it hasn't been. I'm actually full of energy and getting things done between 3 and 5 p.m., which is a lifesaver. The other piece about this is that I have arthritis that runs in my family, but I think I was getting like arthritis because my fingers the last few years, my joints would be really achy. And since about a week, give or take, in of taking this, my joints are no longer, no more joint pain in my fingers, especially even after writing, no more joint pain. The next one I want to bring up for my experience with this is that in my 60-hour fast, I was nervous I was going to be hungry. And I was not hungry, not once, not for 1 minute of this. There were times triggers came up and I thought, I want to eat something. And it was really eye-opening for me because it allowed me to see, why am I being triggered here? Why is it I wanted to go for the food? And it was much more awareness than it had been in the past because I really wasn't hungry. The next thing I guess I will bring up about me is that I want to share quickly that my sister, like I said, this has been so amazing that I have my mother doing this. I have my sister doing this. And, we have a lot of health things going on in my family. One of them is diabetes, runs very strong in my family to the point of some of my family members have amputated toes. 2 of my aunts on my mom's side. And my sister also has an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's. She also has a lap band. She also has a completely dead thyroid. And in her first week of this and with her fast, she lost 20 pounds, which is absolutely amazing. And she has been fasting for 2 years. And she said she couldn't believe the difference with an assisted fast and how there truly was no hunger for her either. So there's my big, what I've gone through. And I just, I can't speak enough to it. I'm super excited. And I'll lastly say I am on day 24 and I am, as of this morning, down 15 pounds and almost 7 inches around my waist. And I'm still going. So this is day 24 of many, and I'm super excited. So thank you for letting me share.
Thank you for sharing. You know, guys, I also want you to notice in her pictures, I know they're not super close and to see, but you can see in her face, you can see the reduction of inflammation in her body, guys. It's significant. A couple more quick photos that I want to share with you. Aubrey's another one where you can see the reduction of inflammation in her face. Just what we feel is one thing, but what we see is another. I get so excited about knowing that this is a lifestyle. It's not a quick hit. It's not a lose weight fast. That doesn't work. And that's what I get super excited about bringing to my clients. And I always have, but now I get to actually bring them a bioavailable product to support them in their journey so that they're able to sustain their body's reserves, their energy stores, and their nutrition. So with Aubrey, look at her left arm where you see her back. It's significant where she's had the reduction. I mean, I joke around and say it, but the truth is back fat doesn't lie. Like you can't suck in back fat. But in her face, look at the reduction of inflammation in her cheeks. That's where you can see the anti-inflammatory benefits of, I mean, it's a metabolic cleanse, guys. It's your body is designed to go through it. Terry didn't need to lose a lot of weight, but she lost her belly bloat. She lost the fluff. And that's where a lot of people hold on to it, especially when we go into menopause or perimenopause. Like we need to write a book, ladies, what to expect when you're expecting menopause, because nobody talks about that. So in our 5-week program that we're going to be sharing with you, these are the coaches. These are the experts. They're going to be interviews with some of them. They're going to be bringing and really providing resources, support, and tools for you to have a journey so that you're set up for life, so that you're supported, so that the confusion is no longer there and you've got clarity about what is going to work best for you and your body type. But again, the foundation based on science, that's for everybody. But there are some pieces where, all of us are going to be a little bit different in what is going to be best for you and your body as you go through your journey. And at every age and stage and phase of life, things slow down. Your metabolism slows down. And we're going to be able to give you the tools, the resources that I said in the beginning. Like what sets this apart is we're going to be able to provide that for you so that there's no confusion. I don't want to say it's a one and done because that's not true, but you're going to be getting enough information that way when you begin and continue your journey. You're going to know how to pivot when you go from 30 to 40 and when you go from 40 to 45. You're not going to say, what is wrong and why isn't this working? You're going to say, oh, new phase of life. Because the truth is about every 5 years, your metabolism slows down about 10% of your weight is going to come, you're not going to lose it as easily. Let me just say that. It's going to be 30% harder to lose weight when you're 50 than when it was when you were 20. And that's against science. It's just the way your body works. So the next biohack that we're going to share with you is actually a powerful one. And Jennifer Grace is going to lead us through this. So Jennifer, I'm going to hand it back over to you and allow you to take us through what the biohack strategy number 5 is.